All right. Hello, everybody. First of all, I know you see me playing the classic Spider-Man 2 right now. Don't ask me why this game in particular. It's the first thing I can think of. It's a classic. You're going to enjoy it, okay? I wanted to keep the sound as low as I can, but I didn't want to not have no sound at all. Like, I don't want y'all really hearing all my background noise and shit. You know, that's part of the church announcements. Church announcements 1, okay? Number 1. I'm still figuring out this audio shit. I'm just now finding out that niggas don't change the audio settings while they're recording. They edit it after they record. That's why they get that nice bass boosted, clean ass, noise reduction audio. Okay, I've been trying to figure out how to do that while I'm recording, and apparently you can't. Nobody does it like that. I'm the idiot. So apologize. I'm apologizing because I know that information now, and I'm probably still not gonna do it. I'm still gonna upload it raw like this. I don't, I don't have the time and energy to go back and put it in Audacity and edit it and shit. Okay, I apologize in advance. It just is what it is at this point. Hopefully y'all can forgive me. I mean, y'all been listening to my Guitar Hero mic for the past 10 years, so I think you'll be fine with this. That's number 1. Number 2 is from now on, I'm kind of liking the church announcements videos. It's a good vibe. It's kind of like another podcast, you know. I think I'm just gonna turn this into my own podcast with just me, just doing the church announcements, just updating every chance I get to, let y'all know what I got planned next. All 3 of you, right? It gives me a chance to tell y'all what I got going on next, and it's a little, how do I say? It's a little more intimate, I think, and it's a conversation that oh shit, this man's about to die. Sorry. Yeah, and I'm always gonna do these playing the game. It's the only way I can do it. Okay, I gotta be doing something in the background while I'm recording these. So that's why I always got gameplay playing in the background. If you don't like that, then I'm sorry. Like, just don't have the video playing in the background. I'm gonna have the game audio as low as I possibly can, but I can't do it with no audio. It just sounds crazy. I know people want to treat it like an actual podcast where they only can hear my voice, but do you really just want to hear my voice? Like, are you, tell me why you're gay. Okay. Tell me why you are gay. Okay. No Diddy though. But yeah, I think this is going to be my podcast. The church announcements. I gotta find out if nobody else stole that fucking name, because apparently every podcast name is already fucking taken. Apparently nobody has any original goddamn names. Everybody's stealing the name, so I'll do some more research. But if not, that's what I'm going with. I'm sticking with that name. It's gonna be the church announcements. It's just gonna be me. I'm still gonna do the one I got with Chandler and Xavier. We still haven't really brainstormed a name for that yet, even though we've been doing this for 10 years. But it is what it is, man. Rome wasn't built in a day, It'd be like that. So, yeah, I'm just going to turn this into a podcast. I'm going to start with my actual announcements in the beginning, and then I'm going to say what I really want to say after I'm done. Okay? And, that way I get to develop my docket. I get to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I get to do it however I feel like doing it and shit. It's low maintenance. It's higher effort than these streaming niggas be doing. I'll say that much. These streaming niggas, bro, they just get on YouTube and look at videos and say, "Damn, look, chat. Oh my God, chat." I ain't gonna do that to y'all. Okay, I'm not. It shouts out to Kai Cenat and them. I'm trying to get that Kai Cenat money too, but I can't do it that way. I'm sorry. I can't. And if you hear a little background, something in the background of me, it's probably my son. He's watching music theory videos. I know he's 3 years old. He's learning music theory. He knows what a half note is. I found out what a half note is from him. My son is a goddamn genius, okay? He's going to be smarter than your kids. I'm sorry. But that's a side that's a side point. But yeah, I'm doing that's the working title. It's going to be the church announcements, all right? Now some of y'all are going to find that ironic. But that's what I'm sticking with for right now. It got a nice ring to it, I think. And that's really all I got for the actual announcements. I actually have way more to say about what I'm going to say, which is, number one, I got to start with this because it's fresh on my mind and it's fucking hilarious to me, okay? We got to talk about, well, you know what? First, I'm going to start with the Diddy shit. Let's talk about P. Diddy, okay? So this P. Diddy situation is very funny to me. P. Diddy is a funny guy. He always was a funny guy to me. He's kind of like you know how like Cash Money had Birdman? Like he's technically a rapper, but he's really just the owner of the label and shit. Like nobody wanted to listen to a verse with fucking Birdman on it, right? Like every time they had a posse cut and they had Birdman in it, his verse was the one everybody wanted to skip, okay? It's the same thing with Diddy. Nobody really wanted to listen to P. Diddy rap. You know, he made a few songs. Actually, he made a few classics. A couple of classic songs by himself, but most of the times the songs that he was on with other people, we was there for the other people. We wasn't there to hear fucking P. Diddy. Nobody wanted to hear P. Diddy on Flavor on Your Ear. Nobody wanted to hear P. Diddy on what's that song they made? Any of the shit like that song that Jadakiss and them was on. No, you know, nobody wanted to listen to fucking Puff Daddy, okay? By the way, niggas should have known that he was suspect with all the different versions of Daddy in his name. That's number one. Number two, he's known for being a stylish, dancing, you know, there were signs, okay? You might not have been able to tell just by looking at the guy because he had bitches and he's from Harlem and they known for getting fresh, but like, you know, he was a very weird guy in general, and now we're just getting more context as to why that is. You know, it's just like the rest of these fucking rich dudes, man. He's a goddamn sexual deviant, and I don't even really care that much about P. Diddy other than the fact that he was assaulting people, apparently, allegedly. We don't know that for sure. That's in court, but we do know for sure that he's a goddamn sexual deviant and a drug addict. And, you know, it's the same story we always get from these famous people. Doing regular shit ain't fun no more at a certain point. People don't want to just party like a normal person when you're a billionaire or you know, when you get a lot of money, you start wanting to do weird ass shit. And that needs to be studied. Like, we need to have a research paper done on why niggas are like that. You know, like, why does that have to happen? Because I feel like if I ever become like a multi-millionaire or whatever, I don't think I'm gonna get like that. Like, I've had all of the opportunities to be a drug addict and I managed not to do it. And it's not because I can't afford it. It's just that, like, I don't really have any interest on doing pink cocaine. But apparently once you become rich, like P. Diddy, you want to start doing pink cocaine and smuggling bitches and sending bitches across state lines and ordering IG thots online and shit. You know, there's something about that. I don't really have that much to say about the P. Diddy situation other than all those niggas is sexual deviants And, you know, this is just a continuation of the Cat Williams shit, man. So much shit getting exposed nowadays. And it's not like we didn't know that, but now it's like out there in the open. It's you know how they call them open secrets? It was an open secret that everybody knew about. But now it's just not a secret anymore. Now it's just in the open. You know, it is what it is. I don't really have anything profound to say about the P. Diddy shit. But to the question of did he do it? I think yes. I think everything that they're accusing that nigga of, I think he did it, bro. I believe everything they saying about this nigga. I don't have no proof. You know, they raided his house to find some proof, and you know the fact that he settled out of court with Cassie in 2 hours after the course went live says a whole lot. It says that she knows a lot more than he wanted to be exposed, because you know she was gonna expose it if they would have dragged that case out over a long period of time. She was gonna start talking about, because all she talked about was the freaky shit he did with her. But she's been around for a long time, and you know that he did freaky shit with other people, you know, and you know some niggas don't want that out there. So it's very damning for Diddy. So did he do it? Yes, I think so. And shouts out to Meek Mill, man. Meek Mill is the only, I believe he's straight. I just believe he's very bad at proving that he's straight. He's just not good at communicating on the internet in general. So I could give him a pass on that. Now, the real thing I want to talk about is this. I'm laughing because, bruh, I already posted the video dancing on the red pill niggas' graves, and this is just the universe is just blessing me. This year has gone fabulous for me, by the way. This is a wonderful year. I've been, you know, I'm looking to get a promotion soon. You know, I just finished paying off my car. I don't have to pay for that goddamn car no more. Like, everybody that I hate is bad things are happening to them. Like, the truth is just being exposed. You know, niggas is not going for this financial guru shit no more. People are seeing it as gay and cringe, as they should. Like, everything right now is going great. The world is just getting better. Now, in other ways, it's not getting better, but you know, we can work towards that. But I'm taking the victories where I can right now, bro. And for people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, there is a podcast that exists out here called Fresh and Fit. Okay. And the main purpose of the Fresh and Fit podcast, they're what we colloquially call on the internet, they're called red pill creators. And by red pill, we mean, you know, they have a focus on male and female relationships. And, you know, if we go into the deep meaning of the term, it's referring to the Matrix. You know, in the Matrix, you can choose either the red pill or the blue pill. The red pill is the pill where you get the truth and you get to see the real world. So what they're, you know, with red pill creators, their whole thing is that they expose men to the truth and how the world really is and how women really are, and, you know, different from what the media and what people want you to think about women. You know, they tell you the real shit, right? And what they really mean by that is women are terrible and they only want you for your money, and they're dumb and they need to be guided by men. They can't do nothing by themselves. It's funny. They're dumb and stupid and need to be guided by men, but they're also conniving and cunning and you know, manipulative and know how to get what they want out of people. You know, I don't know how you be both of those things at the same time, but you know, whatever. That's their logic, right? I'm getting my ass whooped, man. I'm terrible at this game. I need to buy some more skills. But women are dumb and stupid, and they don't know nothing, and the world will run without them, and the women are just there as decoration and, you know, fuck bots basically. But also they're cunning and conniving and genius and master manipulators who are trying to take you for everything you've got. Whatever. That's what they teach niggas, right? They teach you, you know, just use women for recreational use and only don't get married. They really hate marriage. They really hate the concept of getting married and being in a normal relationship, which flies in the face of, because they're also they also kind of bite off of the conservative movement. Like a lot of their talking points, it's like conservative talking points. Like they want to come off as like right-leaning conservatives, but they also are spitting in the face of the concept of the nuclear family. I don't know how you do both of those things. There's a lot of contradictions in this, but I'm sorry for front loading this so much, but I feel like people who don't have the information, they need to understand why what happened is so funny to me. But long story short, these red pill guys, they basically are women hating channels. So Fresh and Fit are like the biggest women hating channel. They're the ones that started this whole wave of red pill podcasts where they gather a bunch of IG thots and OnlyFans girls, and they grab them and bring them onto the podcast just to prove their point that women are dumb and stupid and only want you for your money. So they basically spend hours and hours screaming at IG thots and telling them how dumb they are to their incel fan base, right? So they got a fan base of niggas that never got bitches growing up. So they see them getting told by Fresh and Fit as like revenge for the girl that denied them when they were growing up. And that's why they've become so successful. You know, that hate is very powerful. But come to find out, one of the niggas in that Fresh and Fit podcast, because it's two guys, it's Myron Gaines, which is basically the main character of the podcast, and there's Walter Weeks, who is so Myron Gaines is the Fit in Fresh and Fit, and Walter Weeks is the Fresh. And when you see this guy and listen to this guy, you will wonder, why the fuck is he calling himself Fresh? It's a long story, but oh man, I apologize. This is bad podcasting. I need to get to the point. So this guy Fresh, the leader of the Manosphere Red Pill podcast wave, right? The guy who's telling people, hey, don't get pregnant, don't get married to these women because they're only going to divorce you and get you for your money. Women are privileged because they get child support and they get full custody of their kids, right? The niggas who's supposed to be teaching you that, Walter Weeks, Fresh, he ended up getting a fucking IG thot pregnant. Not only did he get this IG thot pregnant, she leaked all his DMs and phone calls and shit, right? And by the way, she ain't shit either. Just to put it out there, because, you know, niggas will be like, oh, you're simping. No, she ain't shit either. She actually is a dumb IG thot, but she was able to find a dumb let's be clear here. This Walter Weeks guy, Fresh, he is a simp. You know, if we go off of their logic, right? What they call a simp. What he was doing with this girl, because this is probably a girl he never had a chance with before he was on this podcast, right? And this girl knows that. This girl, she knows this is a nigga that she probably wouldn't talk to if he wasn't at a certain level. So these are two malicious motherfuckers using each other, right? It's just that this man fell for the okie doke. He thought he was being clever. He said he was cupcaking with this IG thot. He thought this was him spitting game, right? because on the it's funny too. Like right before this, he was on the H3 debate. He was in a debate with H3, and H3 was trying to get them to admit that they had girlfriends that they loved, right? And they were getting real defensive. They were defensive the whole time, but they were like defensive, like, "What do you mean girlfriends? Everybody know that I had a girl, and you know, but I it's a one-sided what you call it? I can have multiple girls, and she only can have one dude, right?" That's what Myron Gaines was saying, and what H3 was like, "Well, what about you, Fresh Walter Weeks? You was over here bringing the girl to see your parents." And these niggas, they tried to defend that, like, by saying, "Oh, well, we send all our girls to see our parents. Like that's just how we get bitches. You know, that's part of the game." That was them coping, right? But it turns out the girl that girl that got pregnant by Fresh, that's who they were talking about. Who he was getting to meet his parents in Barbados. The one that apparently, according to him, this was just a part of the game, and you know, that's just what he tell all his girls, right? But when you look at the text messages, he's telling her, "Oh yeah, you know, I love you. You're gonna have my mixed Blasian kids." You know, this is a nigga. This is a probably most likely self-hating nigga who was so happy to get a girl that was non-white to talk to him. He was busting in that thing raw over and over and over, which is a fact that she will not let us forget, apparently. Like, she keeps on mentioning that. She won't stop saying, "Well, why did you nut at me? You kept nutting at me over and over again." I'm like, whoa, man. Why are you talking like this? Like, you don't talk like this about a person that you supposedly love and wanted a family with. By the way, this is with a person that he's only been knowing her for 4 months. Like, they apparently fell in love, and he's just busting nuts in her for 4 months straight. You know, but this is the game. This is the nigga that we supposed to be listening to teach us the game. You know, I'm supposed to be spending thousands of dollars. If you look on their page, they have little consultation fees where you pay thousands of dollars, and he's gonna teach you how to get bitches. You know, this is the game that he's teaching niggas, apparently. He fell for the dumbest shit. Like, the girl's not smart. The girl wasn't being conniving. Like, I believe she was trying to set this up to where he locked this dumbass nigga in to pay for her lifestyle. I believe that, but I also believe that this nigga really was telling her, "I love you. I want to have a baby with you. I want to have a life with you." Like, that happened. She showed the screenshot. She showed the videos and shit. So these were two idiots playing each other. And he just was the dumber one because he actually was nutting in her raw. Like, if this was supposed to be just, it can't be both, right? It can't be you actually loved her and she was really your girlfriend. And when you find out she's pregnant, you telling her to take the pill and to go to get an abortion and shit, right? It can't be that. It can't be you love her and you, it was game, and that's just what I tell everybody. It got to be one or the other. So I'm leaning more towards he actually did really like this girl, because this is a girl, and it's not even like she's the baddest bitch in the world. Like, she's a typical fucking plastic fucking. She probably, I think she was a weightlifter, so her body might be real. But her face, she definitely got work done. Like, she has the look, okay? She has that IG thot look. And this is something that niggas like Walter White is weak for. And I believe that he really was like, damn, I get to bust in her raw. And apparently he was doing that with 4 other bitches too. And, you know, this is a case of a nigga who ain't never had bitches before and just he was going hog wild, you know, living his life in Miami, and it was not thinking about the repercussions. You know, a nigga who's always talking about you need to take accountability. You need to, you know, you gotta, you know, he's telling the girls on his podcast they need to take accountability. But what he's doing is telling the girl that he got pregnant, that he was busting in the raw for 4 months straight. Oh, no, I don't want a baby right now. Why you want to get a baby right now? You need to abort it. Just take the pill. Just take the pill. Bro, he's so goofy. Like, if you listen to the audio, he don't sound confident. Everything about this is just terrible, bro. Like, this is not the cool guy, red pill, manosphere, gets all the bitches nigga that he was putting off, and everybody with a working brain could see that. And this situation is proving that in real time. The question I have is, why do these niggas still have fans? Why are niggas still taking them serious? Because if Walter Weeks is like this, I know the Myron nigga is like this too. Because he's a goofy just like him. He's a fucking nigga that probably was bullied in school and bitches didn't like him in school, and he's using this as revenge. I know red pill raging. He's never gotten out of the red pill rage. He's still mad at the girl that rejected him in school. You can tell. And I don't know why people take this serious. Why are people listening to them? Why? What is the information that you're getting from this person that makes you want to keep listening to him? Because obviously it's not real. You know, and this is like real basic shit for a person. If you want to play the I'm a playboy from Miami, like that just get a bunch of bitches, like basic shit is to wear a condom, or at least to pull out if you just go to be busted and if you go to be fucking them raw. Like, is this the nigga y'all get your game from? This is the nigga you getting your game from. I'll never understand this shit. But you know, I'm laughing. I'm smoking the op pack because he's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know how to navigate this situation. He doesn't know how to navigate the situation of just getting the girl to begin with. He didn't know how to navigate the situation of finessing her to just use her for sex and not take her actually serious. He didn't know how to get the girl to deal with him without trying to sell a dream and cupcaking. Now that she's pregnant, he doesn't know how to navigate the idea of trying to convince her, hey, maybe we don't need to do this right now. Maybe you should think about, you know, maybe getting an abortion, taking a pill. He doesn't know how to do that. When the baby comes, he's not gonna know how to deal with the child support that's definitely coming. He's definitely getting put on child support. He doesn't know how to he will not know how to navigate not being able to see his kids. This is the least knowledgeable nigga in all these aspects, and somehow he's the leader of the red pill manosphere who's supposed to be teaching you how to navigate that shit. And somehow they have 1 million subscribers and constantly getting donations and niggas. All of this is fueled by the fact that niggas in this world are incels and are mad at women because women didn't want them in school. And, you know, apparently they're all gold diggers. And they're all using them for money, even though these niggas don't got no motherfucking money. But I don't know, man. Everything about the situation is ridiculous and, to me, hilarious. Okay, it's hilarious. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's funny hearing it. You know what Fresh is? Fresh is a nigga who wrote on his resume a bunch of attributes and skills that he did not have and ended up getting the job anyway. And we're watching him fail at doing that job right now. That's what this is. Like, Fit is, he's falling for all the traps. He, like, like I said, the girl is stupid. Like a nigga who's actually got some game and are cognizant of the games that women like that play, and those type of women and what they do, they'd be able to sidestep that easy. Her game is trash. Like it's obvious what she was trying to do, you know, at least in my opinion, because I believe that this was set up from the beginning. You know, motherfucker, the girl when she did the stream with Triologic and Destiny and them, she was like, oh well, you know, she was contradicting herself. She was talking about, I can't kill a baby. That's against my religion. I can't kill a baby. And then a couple minutes later, she's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna have this baby. You know, she's saying shit that don't go together. Like her story isn't straight because she didn't think about this that good. But because Walter was so stupid, that game somehow worked on him. This dude is so stupid, bruh. Oh my fucking god. And all the red pill niggas, they're turning on him now, but because he had a bunch of views before, they was on his side. They were on Myron Gaines' side, and anybody with a brain, they would have known before him. But you know, they play the loyalty game. That's the game that Myron is playing. He's playing I'm gonna stick by my friends no matter what. It's the same thing like when they were on the H3 debate. And H3 asked them, hey, if it turns out that Andrew Tate actually is a human trafficker, and they found evidence, like they had hard evidence, like there's no denying that it wasn't him doing that he most 100% definitely was human sex trafficking. Do you condone that? And them niggas refused to say no. They refused. They just couldn't do it. And the reason why they couldn't do it is because they're being quote unquote loyal, which just means they don't want to badmouth each other in public to other. Oh, I don't know how the fuck I just did that. Damn, rest in peace to that construction worker. I'm so sorry. But yeah, they're being loyal, quote unquote, which all that means is they don't want to badmouth them in public. Firstly, because they have a lot of views and they want to ape views from them. But secondly, because if they get in a situation, they want the other red pill niggas to be on their side too. It's a gang of thieves, if you will. You know, they're banding together in the good times so that they can back each other up in the bad times. You know. But I mean, of course, like if Andrew Tate, if they can prove that he did that shit, which I'm positive they can, then yes, you can call him a sex trafficker and not condone it. Like that should be obvious. And in this situation with Walter Weeks and getting this fucking glorified sex worker, because apparently I don't know if this is true either. Some people say she might be a high class escort, which is just another word for prostitution. You know, we don't know if that's true. She's saying it's not true. There's some people saying that they found her listing on one of these escort sites. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm supposed to go to the store. Fuck. But yeah, they're saying she's a prostitute. We don't know that for sure. But I don't remember what point I was trying to make with that. But the overall point is that there's no way that if you're this red pill nigga who just has all the information and knows how to navigate women and relationships and I have so much game, there's no way you would get caught up in this. It's so easy. It's so obvious. She wasn't even like slick with it. But you know, like I said, I'm smoking a hot pack. This is a celebration, a good time. Come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, Fuck these niggas, bro. Fuck these fresh and fit niggas. They're both terrible. Like I've been saying this whole time, they're making the world worse. They're making relationships worse. They're keeping the gender war bullshit going. They're not helping nobody. And it would be different if somehow they were helping some people in some way. But from what we can see, they aren't. The information they're giving is wrong. And them getting IG thots pregnant and not even being in a situation where they could talk the girl into either getting rid of the baby or giving up the baby or not having the baby, you know, things that you would think a nigga like that would be able to do, you know, that shows that what they're telling the niggas that they should be doing is not good information, because it's not working for them. This is all this does is back up everything I've been saying in these videos, bro. They're not using any of this shit that they be telling people online. These niggas be cupcaking in real life. These niggas, whether they want to believe in their mind that this is a part of a game and they're just being, you know, players, and they, you know, you gotta lie to women, you know, whether they want to say it that way or not, it's cupcaking. Pretending to cupcake and actually cupcaking is the same shit. Okay, lying about saying that you love her and saying that you love her is the same shit. Okay, there's no difference. It's like it's like the meme where the guy is acting like an idiot and, you know, being retarded, and then everybody's like, damn, that guy's retarded, and then he turns back to the camera and is like, they don't even know, I was just pretending to be retarded. It makes no difference. All right, you were still being retarded. If you was pretending to be retarded and it's actually retarded, it's the same shit. But I think that's really all I got for that. I just find that shit hilarious, bro. The fresh and fit niggas, they're getting everything they deserve. They got demonetized not too long ago. That's great too. Like, everything that's happening with them is great. Fuck them. Fuck the red pill niggas. Fuck all this manosphere shit. I'm glad that everybody is deciding that it's terrible. You know, it took long enough. We had to deal with you for a few years, but now it's over, and we could clap it up for that. You know what I'm saying? We can hold up. We can clap it up for that. Clap it up for that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's all I got for that. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the diaspora wars, and this is kind of a hard turn from the jovial spirit that I had in that fresh and fit topic, but it might be a tiny smidge bit related to that. Not really, but anyway, the diaspora wars is something that I've been seeing bubbling up online. I want to say I just seen it from the FBA shit with Tariq Nasheed, and, you know, I want to say it comes from that, but it really doesn't. This is a sentiment that I've been seeing brewing for a long time, even before the FBA shit came out. It's just been exasperated, I think, due to the FBA and the internet in general, right? What I'm seeing is a schism being created between continental Africans and African Americans. I mean, in general, there's just like a hatred of Americans from foreign peoples in general. Like everybody in the world seem to hate Americans and think that they're all dumb and fat and loud, which they're not wrong about most of that. So, you know, there's already that level, but I want to get into the specifics of the continental Africans and the African Americans. And the only reason I want to do that is because I feel like it's a conversation that does need to be had between the groups, but the way that people are having the conversation is toxic and gets us nowhere. And I guess first we have to discuss the differences that we have. And a lot of the differences that we have it's really just cultural differences, right? That's really all there is between us. It's just cultural differences. Like, we just do shit a little differently because the history that we have is a little different from their history. I mean, it's a lot different, actually. Excuse me. But I feel like where the disconnect comes, because it's okay to have differences in cultures. That just because two cultures are different doesn't mean there has to be conflict. But I think the conflict comes from the fact that we're both black. All right. And, you know, I know some people that like, I'm not black, I'm whatever. They don't want to claim the term black. They don't want to claim the term African American. And that's a part of it too. Like, a lot of the continental Africans think that there's something wrong with American black people because, like, we have an identity crisis in their eyes. Like, we don't know what we want to call ourselves. We don't have any culture. We don't have, you know, a language. We don't have a land. You know, we're men without a country, basically. And that's not necessarily incorrect. At least the last couple of things isn't incorrect. We definitely have a culture. I mean, you could argue that we have our own language for real, but, you know, we don't have our own language. We're speaking English in America, okay? We're speaking a colonizer's language, like most of the world is, you know? And, you know, we don't have a homeland to go back to. We have to claim America as our homeland. Number one, because it's where we're born. This is where we built the new ethnic group that we've become in America. This is the land that we did it in, you know, like we were all of our roots that we can go back to because of slavery. We don't have the history and we don't have all the information about our ancestry because of slavery. So we had to come up with our own shit. We had to come up with our own foods. We had to come up with our own values. We had to come up with our own religions in some cases. We had to come up with our own everything for real. It's not an ancient like the Africans. I know a lot of these African countries, their shit's not ancient either, but I don't want to get into that. But we don't have an ancient background that spans thousands of years as Americans. A lot of us don't know where our lineage is. I've been arguing back and forth with my parents and my grandparents because they don't even really know what our lineage is. You know, I had my grandma tell me that I was Nigerian, and I was believing that we came from Nigeria before slavery. And then I talked to my other grandparent. No, I asked her again. I said, where's your grandparents come from? And she said Jamaica. And I'm like, okay, so I can't listen to you. Like, they don't even fucking know, okay? And the reason that we don't know is because of slavery. Is because a part of American chattel slavery and the dehumanization of the African slaves in America was ripping us of our history. They ripped us of our language. They ripped us of our history. We don't know where we came from. We don't know what the language was we spoke before we got here. We had become a whole different peoples, you know? And I feel like continental Africans need to understand that. It seems like they don't understand that. They either don't understand it or they don't care. You know? And not only that, the state that we're in now is directly correlated to everything that came after slavery. You know, it was slavery number one. That's bad enough already. But then right after slavery, things didn't get better. We were sharecropping for generations. And, you know, there were the black codes, and then there was Jim Crow, and then there was redlining and gentrification. Like, it didn't stop after slavery stopped, is what a lot of these people don't get. So a lot of them, they think that we're degenerates and, you know, we're just lazy. They believe white supremacist stereotypes about black people because they're not taking into account the history that we have here in America. I don't know if they're just forgetting it or they're purposely not mentioning it. Hold up, I'm not gonna be able to finish this. I gotta finish. Fuck, I might have to do it. But yeah, they're purposely either purposely not mentioning it to make a point, you know, as part of like some weird superiority complex, or they just don't know. And in either case, they have to take that into account. You have to take into account that we weren't just, you know, slavery didn't just happen and then we decided, okay, we want to do all this crime and we want to be, we don't want to take school serious. And that's another thing. A lot of this shit that people criticize black people for it's not real either. Like the stereotype about, oh, well, if you stay away from black Americans because black people, they're going to commit crime and they're bad and lazy and you're just going to get in trouble. That's not true. Most black kids are just normal black kids. Most black people are just everyday normal black people just trying to get by, bro. We're not the evil, conniving, lazy degenerates that white supremacists like. They have to stop taking white supremacist stereotypes of black people serious. We're not like that, or we're not all like that. There's an element of that, but you know, for the most part, we're just trying to get by like everybody fucking else, bro. And it's not fair to hold a group of people like us to such a weird standard. Like, the position that we ended up being in after slavery ended was not a good position. We were still second class citizens in this country. And, you know, that's important information. That explains why a lot of the bad things that do happen in the community happen. But that doesn't make all of us bad, and it doesn't make all of us, you know, degenerates that you need to stay away from. You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense when I say that. Because I feel like a lot of the arguments is that. A lot of the argument is, well, you know, you black people, you look at Chicago is what I keep hearing. Look at Chicago. Look at what you did to Chicago. I mean, look, first of all, a lot of these motherfuckers have never been to Chicago before. I don't know why they keep mentioning Chicago. And Chicago crime rate is bad, but it's not even the worst. Like, if you're gonna try to put this off on us, at least make it where, like, pick a city where the crime rate is the absolute worst. Okay, like, I would talk about New Orleans if you want to talk about a crime problem. New Orleans has a real crime problem, and it's a mostly black city. That's a better example, but they can't bring that up because they're not from here and they don't know what's going on in New Orleans, and they don't know what's going on in a lot of these places. They're going off of white supremacist talking points, you know. They're not arguing in good faith. They just want, they're confirming their bias when they mention Chicago. They say, oh, you know, they already have a fucked up view of American black people, and they just bring up Chicago to prove their point. They don't even really fucking, they don't care for real. You know what I'm saying? And it don't have to be like that. We don't have to be having this debate about how, you know, American blacks, they do this. Because we don't do that with y'all. And we can, too, by the way. We don't do we don't have these weird stereotypes about continental African people, you know? It's one-sided. We think continental Africans are cool, or at least for the longest time, American black people, we thought they were cool. We looked at the continental African as like the most black people, you know? Like everything that we saw as a positive in our history, because we were trying to harken back to our ancestry after slavery, we attributed a lot of that to y'all. We give continental Africans props all the time. You know, a lot of them, they bring up this whole African booty scratcher thing, which is weird because first of all, you're talking about childhood insults, number one, okay? And second of all, kids just say stupid shit because it sounds funny. African booty scratcher sounds funny. I was called an African booty scratcher growing up, you know? I'm not African. I think it was because I was dark skinned. But, you know, that's kids gonna do what kids do. Kids are mean. Kids like to make jokes about people. And oh shit. But yeah, kids like to joke on motherfuckers. Like it and these people are taking those childhood insults personally, and they have a chip on their shoulder about it. And they really shouldn't, you know? It's kind of like the light skin, dark skin thing. Like me growing up, I never had a problem. I didn't have trauma from being called dark skin growing up. You know, I'll always, how do I say this? Me being dark skin never really bothered me, and people roasting me for being dark skin never really bothered me either. Fuck, I'm about to lose. I'm about to start over. Shoot me back. But yeah, some people, they grow up having a chip on their shoulder. Like light-skinned niggas, you know, their stereotype is like they're soft and, you know, they can't fight and shit like that. And dark-skinned niggas, is our stereotype is like we're dirty or girls don't like us. You know, light-skinned niggas look better or whatever. And we're hard and gruff or whatever. It's stupid shit for real. Like anybody can be anything. But again, you got to remember, you're talking about childhood insults. That's what kids say about other people. But these people are taking it serious. They heard that somebody called them an African booty scratcher in 3rd grade and took that personal. And now all American blacks are bad and lazy and don't want to succeed in life. And it's crazy. I feel like we shouldn't be looking at it like that. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about our cultural differences, but what really are our cultural differences other than like the food we eat and the music we listen to? For the most part, American blacks and African blacks, socially, we're kind of the same. For the most part, we're socially conservative. A lot of us are religious, Christians or Muslims. A lot of us have this weird thing about gay people. A lot of us don't really jive with the LGBT community. A lot of us are Republicans in ideology, but they don't register as Republican because a lot of them are racist. Oh, come on, I'm about to get shot. How the hell did he shoot through there? But I think I've said all I needed to say about that. It's just in the end, the diaspora wars is dumb because we really the same people for real, just displaced. We get a lot more out of working together. And this isn't me trying to be like, oh my kumbaya, my lord, peace on earth. It ain't even that. It's just like, it's stupid. Like, we don't get anything from having these dumb arguments about American blacks are like this and Nigerians are like this, so we're better. We don't get anything from that debate. So we need to stop it, because all it's doing is dividing us when we really would benefit from working together and becoming a political bloc. But niggas don't want to have that conversation. And I'm sorry to end it on a sour note like that, but I don't really have much else to say. I've already got all my church announcements out, and I'm tired of losing this game in front of y'all like this. I know I look like I'm failing miserably. I promised that I was really good at this when I was young, okay? It's hard to do this while I'm talking, but I can't do this. I can't talk without doing this, so there's a little bit of a paradox there. Oh, shit. But anyway, that's really all I got for y'all. Stay tuned. I got more shit coming. I'm going to be a lot more consistent on here. I'm going to start working on thumbnails. Like, I know that thumbnails are just parts of the video, and if you want to make it, you got to make eye-catching, thumbnails that pop out to people. I understand that, so I'm gonna start getting to work on that. I'm gonna start getting to work on a podcast with my friends. There's a lot of stuff coming this year. This year, like I said, this has been a very good year. So I want to end this year a lot better than I ended last year. But that's all I got for y'all. Take care.